have a 1920s Gibson Style 1, which was their kind of intro level instrument. So this is about 100 years old. Another one of our synthetics, which is a really unique piece. This is probably one of the only ukulele ever made out of Korean countertop material. So this one's a baritone, has a really nice deep resonance to it. And the advantage of being an entirely Korean body is it's beach proof.
Wow.
Then we have a 2001 Kamaka Ota-san in honor of Herb Ota Sr. So very special, kind of an old school kickback with the rope binding inlay on it, the very flat bottom. We brought quite a few Kamakas out because it's the 110th anniversary of Kamaka. They're having a big celebration, so we wanted to enjoy that. And our third synthetic we have here is a close carbon fiber tenor. So again, really unique construction material, has a very different tone than you would get out of wood. For our environment, very stable. So it's a great instrument for high heat, humidity, temperature fluctuations. The next one is a really interesting piece. This is a reproduction of a David Mahelona. David Mahelona was a Kanaka Maoli native Hawaiian builder in the 20s who obviously patterned his off of a violin because that was the legit instrument of its day. So he wanted to emulate that. This one is a tangi reproduction of those. My personal favorite, the 1928 Kamaka Pineapple. This is their very base model, unadorned, mahogany, but you can see it's been played and played and played. This has been a loved instrument. All of our pre-1946 instruments have true gut strings on them, so they have a very different, warmer tone than what modern instruments have with their synthetics. The next one is a Kamaka Lili'u, which is something the Kamakas developed in 1959. For statehood, they wanted something that would honor the past, so they came up with this model, named it after the last queen of Hawaii, and they've been producing it ever since. This one in particular is a 1970s version of that. Really interesting story on this one. This is a 1950s Macaferry Islander. So this was injection molding. As this new technology was coming into vogue, they started utilizing that to build instruments for $1. So every kid at Christmas time could have one of these under the tree. So it really helped spur more adoption of the ukulele, and it sounds surprisingly good for being, quote unquote, a toy. It's legit. I mean, it sounds like a real ukulele. Another one of my favorites, the 1920s Martin 2K, so style 2. They started out with style 0, which was totally unadorned. Style 1, which had a faux tortoiseshell binding. This one has an ivoroid binding, so that makes it a style 2. This one is koa. Most of them were mahogany. I prefer the koa. It's a hand-rubbed French polished shellac finish, and it just makes the grain pop. It sounds so good. It is so loud for a soprano. It's just a fabulous piece. The next one is a Kaili'i tribute model. The story behind this is the Royal Hawaiian had a arbor out back. They tore it down. Turns out that was a koa arbor. So Kaili'i wound up acquiring the wood and slabbed it and is building reproductions of the kumalais of the 1915-1920 era. The headstock, the binding, he wanted to make it as authentic as possible. And then the last one, of course, we have is a 70s Martin concert. Very popular in its time. A lot of our kapuna played that style instrument. It just, again, has a very different tone, and it's just a really fun instrument. That one actually has the true nylon strings on it, which are really hard to get today. Hawaii Music Archive. Where are the people that do the ukuleles? Are they all in Hawaii? Okay, so we need to pick up here.